Okay, hi friends, you're back at school. Yay! Okay, we really missed you. So you might think it's weird that you're doing another Seesaw lesson with video, but Mrs. Miller and I thought we would take this opportunity while you're back at school to give you one of these so that we can kind of walk around while you're doing it, help you with any questions you might have, and work out any kinks you might be experiencing when you are doing a lesson on Seesaw at Home with a video. Okay, so we're going to do lesson 8 problem set today. And I'm really excited about it because it is a lesson where we learn to use parentheses on number sentences. Okay, and that's really important because when we have a number sentence with several numbers in it and several operation signs, then we have to decide which one to do first. And our parentheses help us with that. So I hope you enjoy the lesson as much as I like teaching it. It is kind of like solving puzzles, if you ask me. So I'm going to share my screen here and bring up the problem set. Okay, here we are. And if we look at this, we can see the parentheses. So you're saying, what are parentheses? Well, parentheses, let me get my annotate feature on here. Okay, parentheses are these things right here. They look like this. Okay, so in this very first number sentence, you can see the parentheses are around the 12 minus 4. In the second number sentence, they're around the 4 plus 6. So those are what we call parentheses. Kind of a hard word to say, but that's okay. Do the best you can. All right, so what do parentheses tell us? They tell us what to do first in a number sentence or an expression that's kind of long. All right, so let's do the first one. I'm going to think out loud like a third grader and show you how we would solve it. So we're working on this one right here. Okay, 12 minus 4 plus 6. 12 minus 4 is in parentheses, so that's what I'm going to do first. And I know 12 minus 4 is 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my 8 above the parentheses, and that's what we want you to get in the habit of doing all the time. Write the value of what is in the parentheses above it. Okay, and then the other thing about that is if you get an incorrect answer, show a misunderstanding, your teacher can help you see what it is by looking at your work. So really important for you to do that. All right, so I have 8 plus 6. My answer will be 14. Now, if you look at B here, we're on B now, we have the same exact numbers, 12 minus 4 plus 6. And this time, though, the 4 plus 6 is in parentheses. And remember what I said, parentheses mean we do that first. So I'm going to do the 4 plus 6 first, and I'm going to put 10 in there. It's a little tricky to put it in there. 4 plus 6 is 10. So now I'm going to take my 12 and I'm going to subtract 10, and my answer is 2. And look at that. It's like magic. Having those parentheses in the equation in a different spot gives us 2 completely different answers. And that's why it's so important that we all agree first by putting parentheses around some of our numbers. Okay, let's go on to C and D. So we're on these ones right now. Okay, C says blank equals 15 minus 7 plus 3. We have the exact same numbers in the second equation, just the parentheses have been moved. So if I look at the first one, the parentheses are around the 7 plus 3. I'm going to do that first. That's easy. That's quick 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. And now I'm going to take my 15 minus 10, and I'm going to get 5. So when the parentheses are around the 7 plus 3, my answer is 5. Now in the second number sentence, my parentheses are around the 15 minus 7. And I know that fact, but if you don't know that fact, I would suggest you count on. So when I count on, it should be a strategy you learned maybe in kindergarten and first grade. And hopefully you've been using it ever since with your facts if you've needed it. So 15 minus 7, I'm going to count on from 7. That means I start with 8. Okay, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I counted on 8, so 8 is my answer. I'm going to put 8 above 15 minus 7, and now I've got to add my 8 to 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 2 completely different answers based on what the numbers, the parentheses are around. Now let's move over here because I want to do a few more challenging ones. So we're doing I next, and it says blank equals 12 divided by 2 plus 4. Once again, the numbers in parentheses are the 12 divided by 2. So now I've got division. You can do it with multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction. And I just want to remind you, when you're looking for an answer in either multiplication or division, you can use skip counting. The strategy works either way. So if I have 12 divided by 2, I'm going to skip count by 2s until I get to 12. Okay? So you can do it with me if you'd like. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. My answer is 6. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I'll put the 6 above there. And now to that, I've got to add 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10. All right. Let's look at the next one. Same exact number sentence, blank equals 12 divided by 2 plus 4. But this time, the 2 plus 4 is in parentheses. Okay, and I'm going to erase these lines here just so we have room to show our work. So remember, we do what's in parentheses first. 2 plus 4 is in parentheses. 2 plus 4 is 6, so I'll put my 6 right here. Whoops. Okay, and then I've got 12 divided by 6. Again, division, skip count by 6 till I get to 12. 6, 12, my answer is 2. So 2 is my answer for this one, and 10 was my answer for the first one. Make sure that looks like a 10 there. Sorry about that. Okay, 2 completely different answers based on where my parentheses were. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. We're going to do K and L. These number sentences say 9 plus 15 divided by 3 equals blank. In the first number sentence, 15 divided by 3 is in parentheses. I do what's in parentheses first. It's division, so I can use skip counting. Can skip count by 3 till I get to 15. Why don't you go ahead and do that on your own, and we'll see if we get the same answer. Okay, so hopefully you skip counted by 3 till you got to 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. You got 5. So that represents the 15 divided by 3. To that, I have to add my 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. Again, you can add on. You can count on from 9 to 15. If you count on, you start with 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, in the next number sentence, the parentheses are around the 9 and the 15. So I have to do that first. If you need to, go ahead and use any of the white space you have to show work. And again, don't erase it because we'd like to see that. You can use the algorithm for this. So I'm going to add the ones. 5 ones plus 9 ones is 14 ones, which is 4 ones and 1 10. And then I add my tens. 1 plus 1 10 is 2 tens. So my answer there is 24. You could also take 15 and count on 9. You start with 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. My answer would be 24 either way. 24 divided by 3. What's our strategy? If you said skip counting, you're right. What are we going to skip count by? If you said 3, you're right. What are we going to stop at? If you said 24, you're right. So we're going to skip count by 3 till we get to 24. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Our answer is 8. Okay, so our answers there were 14 and 8, 2 completely different answers based on the where the parentheses were. Okay, I'm going to clear my board. So you are expected to do these last 2, 4, 6, 8 on your own. Remember, we also want you to do the ones that we did with you in the video when you submit it. So everything on your paper should be done when you get ready to submit this, okay? And what Mrs. Miller and I would like to show you is we would like to show you how you can split your screen and you can bring up your Seesaw activity page while you're still watching the video and go back and forth between the two of them. And if you need help with that, you know, we can show you how to do that. That's one purpose for doing this in school, okay? Now, number 2 says use parentheses to make the equations true. Okay, we all know what the parentheses are. They're those little things that look like eyebrows, okay? And now they've given us an answer. We're going to do this one first. They've given us the answer, and we have to decide which numbers to put the parentheses around to get that answer they want us to come up with. So it's 16 minus 4 plus 7 equals 19. Well, one strategy that I like to use a lot in math is called guess and check. So I'm not really sure which numbers I need to put the parentheses around. So I'm going to guess, and I'm going to start with 16 minus 4. Let's put the parentheses around those first. And I'm going to say to myself, okay, 16 minus 4 is 12. I'll put my answer for that above the parentheses. So really important step. Do not forget to do that. And now I'm going to add my 12 to this 7 here. And guess what? 12 plus 7 is 19. How about that? First time I got it right with my guess and check strategy. So let's go over to B next. Okay, 16 minus 4 plus 7 equals 5. Same exact number. So if I don't want to get the same answer, I've got to put my parentheses this time around the 4 and the 7. And 4 plus 7 is 11. I'm going to put my answer above there. And 16 minus 11, sure enough, that is 5. And how do I know? I can count on from 11, starting with 12 to 16, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The answer is 5. So that checked out well. Let's do a couple more of these. Okay. C, 2 equals 22 minus 15 plus 5. I want my answer to be 2. So I can put my parentheses around the 22 and 15. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm guessing and checking. 22 minus 15, I know that's 7. Did that in my head. 7 plus 5 is 12. I don't get 2, do I? So what am I going to do? I'm going to just erase that. And I'm going to use your erase feature if you need to. I'm going to put my parentheses now around the 15 plus 5. Oh, I can already tell this is going to be better. 15 plus 5 is 20. And now 22 minus 20 does give me 2. So that's where I want my parentheses to be. Okay, let's do this one over here, D. 12 equals 22 minus 15 plus 5. Well, I know when I put my parentheses around the first two numbers in the last problem, I got 12. So that's really helpful. I'm going to put my parentheses around the 22 minus 15. And when I do that, 22 minus 15 is 7. I'll put my answer above it. And 7 plus 5 is 12. Okay. They had the same exact numbers there. We put the parentheses in different places and we got two different answers. We got 2 and 12. Okay. Let's skip the next two and let's go down here and we'll do these last two. Okay. Okay. 26 minus 5 divided by 7. Now I can make an educated guess here, so it's not a blind guess and check. And I'm going to say to myself, if I put my parentheses around 5 divided by 7, I don't really know how to do that. Division always starts with the total. It starts with the bigger number. So I don't think I can put my parentheses around 5 divided by 7. So I'm going to just go back and I'm going to put my parentheses around 26 minus 5. And 26 minus 5, well, I did that mentally. That's 21. And 21 divided by 7, remember division, skip count. You're going to skip count by 7 till we get to 21. 7, 14, 21. And my answer is 3. So by putting my parentheses around 26 minus 5, I get 21 divided by 7, which is 3. So I did that one correctly. Okay, last one we're going to do together. J says 36 equals 4 times 25 minus 16. Now, again, an educated guess. If I put my parentheses around 4 times 25, that means my teacher's asking me to do 4 times 25, which I could do repeated addition and add 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25. I could add 25 4 times. But I'm just thinking, oh, I don't know if my teacher would really ask me to do that. So I'm just going to take a guess and I'm going to put my parentheses around 25 minus 16. Again, 25 minus 16. Go ahead and do your counting on to find that difference, or your algorithm on the side of the page. That works as well, whatever method works best for you. Okay, if you did 25 minus 16 equals 9, you are correct. Okay, I could do the algorithm over here. I can't take 6 ones from 5 ones, so I have to unbundle. That gives me 15 ones. 15 minus 6 is 9. Okay, or I could count on from 16 to 25. That means I start with 17, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, that gives me 9. And now I've got 4 times 9. And so I want to count by 9 4 times. And here I get to use that strategy that we have talked a little bit about when you multiply by 9. I'm going to write my multiples of 9. I'm going to erase this part right here. And I'm going to write my multiples of 9 going down the side of the page here. And remember the pattern. The ones place goes down by 1 each time, and the tens place goes up. So 9 plus 9 is 18. And now my next one, I don't even have to add 9. I can just go 9, 8, 7 will be my next number. 2 will be my next number in the tens place. Isn't this a cool strategy? Let's do it again. I'm going to go, my ones place will go down 1. My tens place will go up 1, and I get 36. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I counted 4 9s. I got 36. By putting my parentheses around 25 minus 16, I made my number sentence true. Okay, pretty cool. All right, let's go on to the next page. So here's a word problem. It says, number 3, the teacher writes 24 divided by 4 plus 2 equals blank on the board. Chad says it equals 8. Samir says it equals 4. So I'm going to underline that. Chad says it equals 8, or circle it. Samir says it equals 4. Explain how placing the parentheses in the equation can make both answers true. So I'm going to write my number sentence twice, 24 divided by 4 plus 2. And then I'm going to write it again down here, 24 divided by 4 plus 2. The first time I'm going to put the parentheses around 24 divided by 4. Who can remember the strategy to get that answer? You said skip count by 4 till you get to 24. You are correct. So let's do that. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. My answer is 6. 24 divided by 4 is 6. Then I add 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. That looks like that is Chad's answer because Chad got 8. Now when I come down here, I'm going to put the 4 and the 2 in parentheses. We do that first. I'm going to write my 6 above here. All right, 24 divided by 6. Go ahead, do your skip counting. I'm going to skip count by 6 till I get to 24. 6, 12, 18, 24. My answer is 4. 24 divided by 6 equals 4, and that is Samir's answer. Okay, so now we showed our work, but it really does say explain. So I'm going to click on my text box here and I'm going to type an explanation into my text box. It says explain how placing the parentheses in the equation can make both answers true. So I'm going to say both Samir and Chad are correct. They got different, oops, sorry, I'm not typing very well here. They got different answers because they put parentheses. And if you don't know how to spell that, like me, you can look up in the problem. They put parentheses around different numbers in their number sentence. Okay, I'm going to straighten this out so it fits a little better there. And there we go. Okay, sorry, I forgot the capital B there. So we just want to give some kind of an explanation to support our work. We wanted to prove that they're both true, and we did. They both have correct answers. They just went about it a different way. Their parentheses made their answers different. Okay, now let's see the next problem. Whoops, clear my drawings. Natasha solves the equation below by finding the sum of 5 and 12. Place the parentheses in the equation to show her thinking, then solve. So I'm going to rewrite this down here just so I don't have to work with it being so small. 12 plus 15 divided by 3. I'm going to go back up here. She solves the equation by finding the sum of 5 and 12. Well, she wants to find the sum of 5 and 12. And when I look at my expression, I see 12 there. I think I already have one of the numbers. So I wonder if I put parentheses around 15 divided by 3, would I get my other number, which is 5? If you did your skip counting by 3 to get to 15, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, sure enough, you get 5. So 12 plus 5, they do want us to solve. So they do want us to get the answer. I'm going to take my 12, add my 5, which represents what 15 divided by 3 is, and I would get 17. Okay? All right, so really important, again, this step right here, putting the number that represents the operation and what happened in parentheses is really, really important. Okay? So we did everything we need to do on that one. I'm going to let you do the last one on your own. It says find 2 possible answers to the expression 7 plus 3 times 2 by placing the parentheses in different places. So I'm going to tell you, you're going to see several of this type of question on your morning work in the very near future. So it's really important we know how to do this. So I'm going to get you started, and we have to find 2 possible answers to this expression. Okay, and why is it called an expression? Because it doesn't have an equal sign yet. As soon as you put an equal sign, it becomes an equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that expression 7 plus 3 times 2. I'm going to write it twice. And if I want to find two possible answers, well, we already know from all the work we've done today, putting the parentheses in a different place will give me two different answers. So in my first one, what I'd like you to do is put your parentheses around 7 plus 3, solve that, get your answer. And in the second one, put your parentheses around 3 times 2, find your solution for that one and write your answer. Okay? All right, boys and girls, great to have you back. I thought this was a fun lesson today. I hope you enjoyed it. And now, as you work on this, raise your hand. Let your teacher know if you have questions or you're struggling. We are here to help you. Okay, thanks so much.